that I don't, but the truth is I do. The truth is I do. And I wish I could say that I'm over, but the truth is I'm under. The truth is I'm under. And I wish I could say that I'm strong, but the truth is I'm broken. The truth is I'm broken. And the truth is, and the truth is, and the truth is, and the truth is. And I wish I could say that I'm better. And the truth is, and the truth is, and the truth is. And I wish I could say that I wish I could say that I don't. But the truth is I don't. The truth is I do. And I wish I could say that I'm over, but the truth is I'm under. The truth is I'm under. And I wish I could say that I'm strong, but the truth is I'm broken. The truth is I'm broken. And the truth is, and the truth is, and the truth is, and the truth is. And I wish I could say that I'm happy, but the truth is I'm crying. The truth is I'm crying. And I wish I could say that I won, but the truth is I'm losing. The truth is I'm losing. And I wish I could say I still trust, but the truth is I'm guarded. The truth is I'm guarded. And the truth is I still feel it. I can't hide it. And the truth is it keeps breaking. Everything I thought was silent. Maybe the hardest part ain't saying what is wrong. Maybe the hardest part is knowing it all along. Maybe I wore a face long enough to believe if I kept saying I'm fine, it would stop hurting me. And the truth is I still feel it. And the truth is I can't fight it. And the truth is I've been sinking, even while I kept on smiling. I still need you, I can't change it. Every answer still comes back the same. And the truth is, and the truth is, and the truth is I do.
Yeah. 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 Life and loss, choice and cost. Somebody waking up. Same time, somebody somewhere realizing they gave too much. Yeah, that's how it go. And people swear they didn't know, like the signs ain't been there the whole time. Just moving slow. Yeah. See, I done watch people talk like they want peace. They manufacture confusion just to feel hard to reach. Seen pride where intelligence like a tailor disguise. Whole personality built around never being surprised. Seen people call it growth when it's really retreat. Call it healing when it's distance with a prettier speech. Call it standards when it's fear with better posture and tone. Whole life curated just to never feel fully known. I seen soft people play hard, hard people collapse. Seen men call it logic while emotion leak through the cracks. Yeah, seen women call it intuition when control's in the room. Everybody want the truth. until it start sounding like you. This ain't just talk, this pattern work, this pressure red. This what people do when they starving but don't know what they need. It's for the ones at the crossroads, dressed in self-respect, still using other people's eyes to decide what they reflect. And what is life? A bunch of versions fighting for air. A bunch of I'm fines piled up in a body that's barely there. A bunch of names, roles, labels, stories people protect. And most of what they call self is just what they ain't questioned yet. Resla is life. That quiet thought that don't leave when the room get loud. Resla is life. That feeling when the truth land and your pride sit down. Resla is life. A mirror with pressure, no filter, no soft disguise. Resla is life. What people avoid when they swear they're self-aware inside. I'm like watching somebody laugh through a life they don't respect. Like I'm just figuring it out when really they scared of what's next. I'm like every almost choice that still haunts you at 2 a.m. Like I could have been that version if you moved before it ended. I'm like realizing too late that comfort got a body count. Like staying still so long you forget what the doubt's about. Yeah. I'm like potential with a shelf life. Windows closing in silence. Like indecisions dressed as peace while your future die from compliance. I'm like every friendship's built on access instead of care. Like
What's good, y'all? What is good? Appreciate you actually being here. We got another day. I got so busy yesterday with all of that stuff. And then I thought we was gonna go live maybe yesterday, but I got really, really busy. All that stuff going on. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for all those being in there. Everybody's gonna probably just roll through a little bit later. And I kind of just want to go over the whole thing that's already been taking place. By the way, you guys are freaking phenomenal. You guys are freaking phenomenal. I didn't expect all of you guys to really have as much reviews or as much thoughts or all the stuff in terms of the EDP album. But to be very clear, to turn you hear me? I said I just said EDP album. I just heard myself. Jesus Christ. How the hell? That was stupid as fuck when I just said that. But we saw the EDP documentary, which happened about a day ago. So it wasn't yesterday, but it was the day beforehand, right? And then I had a whole reaction to it. I was seeing it live, just the rest of you guys. But yesterday, before I decided to take my grown ass to bed, I saw I'm gonna say album again. I saw the documentary one more again. I did. I went to go see it because I said, listen, I saw it. Now we don't have to worry about it. No reaction, no initial shock. We can go in and really analyze the shit out the motherfucker. You know what I mean? The same way how we normally do here on the channel. And I realized there are things that were yet to be desired in that particular stream. And I want to go through that with some of you today. First and foremost, but it makes this really, really, really out front. I am not going over that entire documentary. The link is in the description. If you haven't seen it, be sure to actually hit the link in the description. It will take you to the channel. Trust me, there's not a shit ton of things going on there, so you can easily find the content and you can be able to actually watch the full documentary yourself. What I want to talk about is the thing that I was thinking about, and I want to know also if you guys noticed it. Not the matter of just I noticed it, but if you guys noticed it as well. So that's something I want to go through. First and foremost, right? I want to say what's up to everybody that's already here in the chat. So I know some people came, some people left. Jen, and I don't know where you've been at, but Jen, I appreciate you feedback to being here in the chat and actually talking. You said you hit that like button. Yeah, if you don't mind, yeah, hit that damn like button. And you said, stupid question, but who is EDP? Jen, you missed a really, really good stream that we had the other day ago. But to put it very simply, as simple as I can, there's a whole lot that goes into it. EDP is a very old content creator who had a huge rise real quickly. He started really early in his teens. Into his 20s, he already had millions of subscribers. And then he got caught on a case of being a Geppetto. It was a whole big thing. We had prank catcher content that was already on the rise. Alex Rosen, whole bunch of stuff going on. And he was caught on more than one case, 2 cases, right? Of talking to minors. So, an EDP, by the way, I didn't the whole area code weight thing was wild for me because I didn't expect that. But EDP is his name, and EDP stood for eat that pussy. Yep, that's what EDP stood for, and it's actually EDP445, and the 5 was indicating his weight. Not necessarily the area code, but it was his weight size. He's a big guy. He's a big fucking guy. But like, as I went through the actual documentary last night, I started writing down some points because I was really paying attention to find out if the thing that the entire documentary was it about that? And I'm going to be asking you guys some questions as well, because I want to know if you catch on to it or what are your thoughts, or maybe I'm tripping and I'm wrong, because I'm assuming that there are a lot of you guys who watch the documentary as well. And whether you catch it here on the live or you catch it on the replay, be sure to actually let me know, right? You said, goddamn, what the fuck is wrong? Hey, listen. Some people are broken. Some people are broken, absolutely, and there's not a whole lot that can be done about that. And actually, now I'm thinking about it right now. Let me reset this. Let me reset this screen. And here we go. Yeah, a lot of people are broken, Jen. A lot of people but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. So you're not gonna be too long. Let me make sure this is actually working. Good. Okay, seems like we got that up there. All right, cool. Let's get a little bit into it, right? Let's go from the start of the actual documentary, because that's how we're going to be able to really taper down a lot of the stuff that's actually been going on. It starts with Mike Clum. Start with his actual promise, and the promise is actually of the question why. Mike says that whenever someone gets exposed when it comes to like sexual contact with minors, people will always ask, the question is always in their mind, and that's why. Why did they do it? Why did they choose minors? And then he says that this documentary, which is a fire documentary, I'm not going to put that away at all, is to answer said question. The thing about it is that when I start going through the documentary, there are a couple of things I go through, a couple of questions that I had, and a couple of things that get answered. But that main question, the why, I'm not sure that it actually does. And we're going to go through that. This is what I want to start with. Mike tells us that he's supposed to be doing this all out for the documentary. We're supposed to understand why people think the way that they do. And then we're watching this, I'm watching this twice. I'm not sure that we're actually going to get that all explained. And then we got what happened afterwards. So we got the story of EDP. We got what happened after EDP. We got to know what his life was like before and after as well. But did we actually figure out why a minor became the sexual acceptance, the appetite for this man? And that's the question that I have been trying to dig back to go into. So that's where I am with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up some of my notes, because I know I was writing that down just to make sure that I'm on track with myself. Let me make sure I get that, because I was writing that down as I was trying to get home today, because I was watching it. All right. So first and foremost, let's go back to the actual album. Like I said, I just got home, so I'm trying to sort it all out with you guys, right? There's a couple of things that happened here, and I tried to get a little bit of context with it. Go move it over. Stop. Because your Windows is wrong. The window was wrong. The window was wrong. What did you say, Jen? I said album again. God damn it! I've been listening to music of late, so now I'm fucking saying album. Like that's annoying my soul right now. That's annoying. That's annoying my soul. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nobody. So, do I want that view? Probably don't. Nope. Probably gonna do this one. Is probably better. All right. So let's go here. We're gonna go into it, and the first thing I want to talk about is the fact of what's very important very early in this is that he talks about the fact that he's still here, he's still surviving. By the way, EDP when all this took place, for those who didn't know, when all this took place, it was in 2001. He's been out the game of YouTube ever since 2001. Jen, if you need any more clarification, because there's a whole big reaction that I did on it as well. But he's been out the game for roughly 5 years until this documentary, and a whole lot has happened to him in between that too. I just don't think I can cover all that right now. So first and foremost, here is the initial documentary. I'm trying not to say album. The initial documentary. I just want to catch the beginning of it so you get an idea of what the attitude like.
For everybody watching this documentary, I want you guys to take away and come away with, I am not what the fuck they say that I am. I am a strong ass motherfucking soldier, and none of you fucking faggots can break my ass because I'm still standing, bitch.
If you haven't got
So you got that. Still can't break him. He even hit you with a he said, can't break me because I'm still standing. And at the end, I kind of gave him a little bit of recognition in that he is still standing because he does go through a lot of stuff. But we need to really go through it as to figure out what exactly happened, what exactly was the stuff that needs to be looked at. And that's the part that I have, or that I had my notes on. Once I move that damn window, looking for this one. Give me a smidget of a second. All right. So first one is Mike Clum, who's the director and creator of this documentary. And I mean, as much as I'm going to be talking a bit about it, guys, if you haven't seen the documentary, please see the documentary. It is fire. It is crazy. It is entertaining as fuck. It's a really good one, even though I do have my questions for you guys later and probably throughout this, but I also have a thought in my mind, and I want to know if any of you thought about it, for those who actually saw the documentary, right? So first point I want to go to is here. This is the point that Mike Clum is asking the question.
Every day there's a new person that gets exposed for some type of sexual contact with a minor. Whenever it happens, we're all like, oh, what was he thinking? Why would he do that? But you never hear why. They never say why. They don't say anything, or they disappear, or they act like it didn't happen. And so as uncomfortable and fucked up as this documentary is, it actually answers that question.
So he says, we're getting down to the question as to what makes people become predators of minors, children, right? And people always ask the question of why, what makes them do that? What makes them go down this road? And he says that this documentary is going to answer that question. Baby girl, what's going on? I see you here in the chat. What's going on, baby girl? He says that we're going to answer it. And we get wrapped up in the life of EDP and everything else that's been taking place. But the question is, did that question get answered? I'm going to go through that, right? I was thinking about it last night. I started writing down some notes to myself as I was thinking about it, but we need to answer that. So as I watched it, I just took down the points that I thought that was very important to me. EDP talks about his upbringing, right? He talks about his upbringing in reference to how he grew up, things like that, because people will go and reach for the skies, and they'll say, well, you know, they'll make up shit. If people don't have answers, we know how the human brain is. People are just gonna make up shit, you know, like, well, he a fat fuck, so you know he couldn't get no pussy, so of course he was gonna do something crazy like this, like crazy. You know, I don't know that much about black people. Maybe they are, you know, Geppettos, like damn, like people will make up things that they don't do research for. So you got to be very careful about where your mind takes you versus your own critical thoughts, right? Critical thinking is the most important part. So EDP starts talking about his upbringing, right? And I want to make sure I get that down as well. Sorry, my windows are off. Fucked up. My windows are all messed up. I'm trying to get used to this damn thing. My new system. So he gets into this whole thing where he starts talking about, I just thought about how I can do that right now to make it faster for myself. He starts talking about his upbringing. So I don't want to just say it for him. So I want you to listen to his upbringing, and then we'll kind of get into that, right? Starts off first in the part 1, who's EDP, all this other stuff. Now we get into part 2, which talks about his family dynamics.
I was born in Los Angeles, California, in Compton Hospital. My childhood was pretty great. You know, I had 2 great, loving, caring parents, you know. So my first ever Eagles game was November 30th, 1997. What really made me fall in love with them was actually the logo on the helmet and how pissed off the actual logo looked. And from that point on, I was like, fuck it. That's the team that I'm going to follow.
So he comes from a 2-parent household, and both his parents are very loving and understanding. Let's just get that out the gate.
My favorite memory as a kid growing up was Monday nights, me and my sister would do our homework, and then at around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, we would get ready to watch Monday Night Raw is War, like fucking wrestling and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, we had a great time growing up, you know? So my favorite memory growing up was probably just getting ready to watch wrestling.
He gets emotional.
What I loved most about wrestling growing up was
remembering his upbringing. So he had a pretty good family. To answer the question, Jen, did he ever do time? Not in the way that you think, and we'll get into that. You jumping the gun. We did a whole reaction to the documentary, right? So we're gonna get into that. Questions that you guys will have, ask me. We'll kind of try to get through it as we flow through. So to break that down, okay. Now we get into a little bit of EDP's background and what he does. He talks about loneliness and a whole lot of other stuff that goes on in his life. But the first thing he starts out doing is talking about his family and how he had a really, really good childhood. Every time I hear about the childhood and 2 parents, now I keep thinking of freaking 8 Mile parents and Clarence, and he had I keep thinking about that all the time now, right? So let's get into Now, I already got the rhyme in my damn head. I've seen 8 Mile way too many times. Let's get into the actual man himself, EDP. Like,
all of my anger leading back from middle school.
Nope. We got it goes a little bit further back than that. I remember this part. Here we go. So I got my numbers wrong. Here we go.
Eat that pussy 445. All of my anger leading back from middle school, high school, getting rejected by women, it just came the fuck out in that one goddamn video. I was fucking heated. Once I started uploading more and people started sharing my videos a lot more, this shit blew up. from that point on, my subscribers just started increasing and increasing and increasing, and before you knew it, I had close to 4 million subscribers.
4 mil, folks. 4 mil.
For the first time in my life, I felt a sense of accomplishment. You know what I mean? It was a great feeling. It was really amazing. Yeah, so I mean, at the current point in time, even at the peak of my YouTube channel, I was still a virgin. You know, I didn't have any self-confidence to talk to girls. You know, it's like you come home to all this shit, man. You got a nice ass fucking Acura MDX up in the parking lot, brand new 2021 Hyundai Elantra, nice ass house. You got fucking over 120 grand in the fucking bank. No pussy at all. Jacking off, watching porn, calling 1-800 phone sex lines and shit. It's like, had all this fucking money and still couldn't get a fucking girlfriend. That shit was like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? At that point in time, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? At that point in time, I was willing to do whatever the fuck I had to do to get some sort of attention. And right then and there, you fucked up, because now something bad is about to happen. You know what I mean?
So you hear himself. No, LA. He's not a rapper. He's actually one of these very early YouTubers who really blew up really early, really young in his life. And honestly, as a content creator yourself and things like that, like he's the horror story that he is the story of when the mighty have fallen. He is the horror story that a lot of content creators hope not to have themselves in. Even the beginning, when you saw the whole thing where Mike started talking about when we start talking about people who do these things, one another content creator that was up there that I know a lot of you guys don't know is Dr. Disrespect, who is a content gamer who ultimately went downhill the moment it was caught that he was out there talking to little boys. And the question that goes into the documentary is that from the beginning, that Mike Clum, the director and content creator of this, is what makes a person go down this road? What makes them do this? And that this documentary is going to answer that question. And as I watched it now for the second time, we need to really go into if he actually answers, because I'm pretty much going to the point where I don't think it does. No disrespect to the actor. Stackbot, link is in the description. You can watch the whole documentary. It's about an hour and a half. The shit is fire. It's a really good documentary. I don't want anyone to think that I'm shitting on a documentary. I'm not. You know me. I'm analytical. So the second time, I'm going to take a look at it. But even the second time when I watched it, it was still good. It's a great documentary. Please be sure to take a look at it. All right. So what did we learn? This that was crazy as hell. Yeah, listen, OG. It was. So what did we learn? We learned that he was lonely, that he was sexually frustrated. There was a lot of porn that was in there, his lack of confidence. And of course, at the end, he wanted attention, right? I believe him when it comes to all of that. I really do. But none of these things that he mentioned, think about it. He mentions the loneliness, all the stuff, great parents, WWE now, all this different stuff. But none of that stuff talks about how he crossed that bridge that I'm looking for. Why minors? Why that? Being sexless doesn't automatically lead there. Being rejected by women early doesn't lead you there. Being lonely doesn't lead you there. Those things tell me that what EDP was feeling. They do not tell me why looking at minors became acceptable. And that's the part that we really got to try to get to in this documentary, because I think the question needs to be really answered, the very question that was brought up from the beginning, right? So in my next point that I have here, it's not like EDP didn't know any better, because he absolutely did. He knew exactly what he was getting to. And then you heard it for yourself, folks, that he was willing to do anything because he was lonely, because he was by himself. He couldn't get a bitch. He had money. He had at the time when this was taking place, he had over 2 million subscribers. He was probably like 19, 20. Motherfucker had a brand new car. The motherfucker had a house. He had a house. Everybody knew who he was when he was walking on the streets. And still couldn't get no pussy. None. So with his loneliness, he wound up turning into shit that he had no business turning into. And that's the stuff that we need to get into it. Did he know any better? Why was he doing all this stuff? We need to really get into it, right?
Why did I respond to a 13-year-old? Desperation, isolation, loneliness. It's boring as fuck. You have nothing going on. You don't even know how to talk to a fucking girl.
If you want, you try oral first. Let it taste and lick on your vagina. And then you can suck my cock.
You need some sort of excitement in your fucking life. So I said fuck it and went along with it.
You're so hot and cute, and even have me jerking off.
Ooh, that's hot. Can I see? Oh, wow. It's so big.
At the time, me sending sexual pictures to a 13-year-old, I was fucking lonely and just not getting any fucking action, not getting fucking laid, not having the confidence to talk to a girl of my age. It was a fucking shit show.
I want to bend you over my table and just slide my cock inside you and slowly begin to take your virginity. I want to buck your innocence away.
I can't get over that dog. Oh. Okay, nope. There's a little bit more. I gotta go. Hold on.
When I blocked her, I knew that it was wrong. I knew that it was something that was highly illegal, that shouldn't be done. You know, so I was clearly aware of the law, and I was clearly aware of what I was doing, you know, clearly aware of my actions and totally understanding of, you know, what I was doing, you know what I mean?
Sophie, I can't do this. I can't do this shit. You're so young. You're 13 and I'm 30. You should be dating boys your own age.
I ended up unblocking her simply due to the fact that, you know, I felt bad. I mean, I felt bad, and at the same time, you know, she was like the only person that was really giving me that sort of attention, you know what I mean? And ultimately just led to me unblocking her.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me for blocking you. I got scared. I hope you aren't upset. I'm sorry for not taking your feelings into consideration. I will next time. I promise. I'm so sorry. I'm so...
Sorry. At this point in the documentary, at this point, we see the conversation that he's having back and forth with the young 13-year-old. And take this shit off my screen. The question that we're asking is explicitly, does he know better? The answer is yes, he knows better because he says he does. You know, in the timestamp that I just showed you guys this conversation, he answers Mike in the interview that the reason why he did all this was through desperation, isolation, loneliness. But at further, when we're looking at the actor, by the way, W actor, he says that he knew it was wrong. He knew it was highly illegal. He understood the law and that he understood what he was doing. He even recognized her age difference by doing what? He blocked her. He blocked her. And then he unblocks her. And to me, this is where the documentary changes for me, because we can easily see that EDP is not confused. This wasn't somebody who didn't know the rules. It wasn't like he was lost. No, everything was plain as day. He knew enough to stop himself ahead of time. You know what I mean? He knew enough to stop himself. And then he still went back. So I'm sorry, but loneliness is not enough for me. For me personally, I don't know what it's going to be for you. For me, loneliness is not enough because your own judgment told you not to do it. What I need to understand is why I need to understand why you would why you even want to be in a position to become more, to be that, I'm getting tongue-tied just thinking about it. Why would you need this to be more important when you already knew that this was wrong? Why? Why is this thing, this urge, so important? And that's what I was thinking the entire time when I was rewatching this whole thing. Let me go cue up the next point I was looking at, because we are, and again, I'm not going through the whole thing. We already went through that already, so I'm just like kind of going through the points that I had that I marked myself down, because now I want to talk about the fact that he mentions what happened. He's responsible. He takes ownership, not ownership, but he takes responsibility for acknowledging what took place. He acknowledges that he took place with it. But what happens afterwards? Well, let's talk about it.
Okay, cool. So that's perfectly fine. So just, fuck the fact that you're ruining my goddamn life, right? It's good, great, fucking wonderful. This world is fucked up, man.
What are you gonna do the next time you text a 13-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl?
There won't be a next time.
There won't be a next time?
There won't be a next time.
That's hard for me to believe, but I think...
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant. I first replied to EDP because I always reply to anyone who messages me, and I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he told me he was suicidal, and sooner rather than later he started sending very flirtatious messages.
Since the day you messaged me, I've been dreaming about sliding my cock deep inside that fresh pussy. Just fucking away your innocence, showing you how a real man does it, pinning you against the bed and taking your virginity.
Okay, cool. So
Here we
that's
go. Sorry,
perfectly fine.
muted.
So just,
muted. No,
you know,
sorry.
fuck the fact
Realized I
that
didn't
you're
have it on
ruining
screen.
my
So weirded
goddamn
out.
life, right? It's good, great, fucking wonderful.
My
This
bad.
world
My
is
bad, y'all.
fucked up, man.
I'm just replaying shit in my head. Sorry.
Next time you text a 13-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl,
There won't be a next time.
there won't be a next time?
There won't be a next time.
That's hard for me to believe. I think
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant. I first replied to EDP because I always reply to anyone.
Pause, guys, because something. I just realized something's happening on my screen that should not be happening. Why is that? Why is my chat on my screen? Is my button's not working? Huh. Sorry, guys. I need. Oh, look at that! I knocked myself off. Crazy. All right, let me just do this real quick. Again, not a professional streamer. Let me take care of that because I don't want that on the screen while we're talking about while we're going through this. What the fuck? Oh, what the hell is going on? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Screw it. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move the screen so you guys can see it. But that's wild. I didn't expect that. For some reason, I'm seeing now the chat's gone. You know what? I hate this. Go ahead.
Who messages
Continue.
me, and I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he told me he was suicidal, and sooner rather than later he started sending very flirtatious messages.
Since the day you messaged me, I've been dreaming about sliding my cock deep inside that fresh pussy. Just fucking away your innocence, showing you how a real man does it, pinning you against the bed and taking your virginity.
A while later, Jadion added EDP into his Discord, filled with kids, for a Q&A. And then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, Jadion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
So for those who don't know, Gideon as well as Alex Rosen. So Alex Rosen is the one that initially found out that EDP was the person doing this predator-ish. Alex Rosen is a content creator who does pred catching content. So he does Geppetto catching content. Gideon, who wasn't a pred catcher, eventually wants to move from some of his other content and wants to become a pred catcher in the future. So that's how Gideon comes into this. So now we're talking about two different girls, by the way, folks. We're on the second girl. So we had one girl, I believe, by the name of Sophie, who was earlier. And then we have now this new girl, who I believe is Kayla. So this is twice now, right? But let it be explained. I'm gonna catch you up. I'm gonna catch you guys up.
Well, my government name is DeMarcus Cousins III, but everybody on the internet knows me as Gideon. Yeah, this is like right when I saw the information, I was like, you know what? This is gonna be it, and I want to make sure that I don't screw it up. So I hit up Skeet because he knows, and he's actually gotten people prosecuted before.
My name is Skeeter Gene, also known as Skeet Hansen. I am a professional Chris Hansen impersonator on YouTube.
And I continued messaging.
That nigga game is trash. I never saw any of his stuff, but just according to how poorly performed this documentary went, that nigga game is absolute garbage. Ass cheeks. Dirty ass cheeks of game. And this is why when Chris Hansen, I don't know if I really talk about it, if I really highlighted that in my notes. But Chris Hansen even had the fucking dog walk this nigga and said, I would never work with him because he's way too unprofessional. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have to agree just based on this. But
him because it was very like encouraged for me to keep doing it. I didn't really want to, but I didn't want to disappoint.
Keep in mind, they're using her like an informant. So now this girl who's being talked to, manipulated, harassed, if you can put it some way, they're using her and encouraging her and her being uncomfortable to speak to EDP so that they can catch him. That's the premise. So she's got to deal with it. And she's got to deal with being used on one side and being manipulated and coerced for sex on the other. And she's just caught in the middle. And I believe she's 15 at the time.
Anybody?
The way that ass looks in those leggings, I need you.
Sorry. EDP's 30, by the way. At the time, EDP was 30.
Top of me now. I've always wanted to be with a little emo girl.
Because he sent me videos saying that he was gonna shoot me and kill me if I ever said anything.
See, Kayla, don't mean to scare you, but now I have to fucking shoot your ass.
Voice notes.
I have to critically injure you and possibly put you in the fucking hospital. If not worse. Not only that, I have to kill everybody.
It was uncomfortable. Like there was days where I didn't even like want to leave my bed. And he was trying to fly me out to Vegas on my 16th birthday to give me, quote, birthday dick.
Well, I sent her a video of myself fucking masturbating, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, the fact that she fucking asked for the fucking shit.
When EDP sent me photos that were very explicit of him, I felt very uncomfortable. But I didn't really know what to do because I felt like it was encouraged by everybody. And yeah.
She's all like, hey, would you like to see it?
Did you hear that? She was encouraged by everybody. So, of course, from him. But she's also being encouraged by Skeeter and Gideon to basically put out her body to a Geppetto, a predator, and she's 15 years old. Like, talk about being manipulated by both sides. She's basically being pimped at this point. Like, can we just call it really that? Can we call it that? That's what happened. Let me go back a bit. We can go through this. Hero again.
Felt very uncomfortable. But I didn't really know what to do because I felt like it was encouraged by everybody. And yeah.
She's all like, hey, would you like to see a picture of my tits? Sure, why not? What the fuck? Like, why the fuck are you even asking me that fucking shit? Sure, why not? So I did play a part in it too, okay? I'm looking like, sure, why not? You know? Yeah. The reason I let her send me those pictures is because I was horny as fucking beating my shit at the time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She has a... Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead.
You already started saying.
Fine. Kayla got a motherfucking figure on her, okay? Like, let's be fucking honest here, okay? And, like, you know, she's over here, like, you know, trying to turn me on, you know, all this extra shit, you know what I mean? Teddy pics, you know, saying how she's gonna fucking suck me off when we fucking meet, calling me daddy and all this bullshit. Because in the moment, bro, you don't fucking care. You really don't. You know what I mean? You don't give a fuck about the consequences. You don't care about the rules. You know, and anybody that say that they do, they're fucking stupid. You know what I mean? They're lying to you.
That was a lot, y'all. That was a lot. Right? What have we covered so far? Oh my God. Okay, so what did we cover? We covered that EDP knows better. We covered that. We understand that Mike is already asking him questions and he knows all of this different stuff. He's saying what it is. He even admits that this 15-year-old, which apparently is sending him like nude pictures or whatever. The upper room is crazy. Like, damn. He knows all this stuff. He understands, and he's still holding it down to him being lonely, him not really having attention from people. Mike starts to ask EDP, will he do this next time, right? Even Alex Rosen, when he caught him on the spot, asked him, will you do this? How we know you're not going to do this again? He says, there won't be a next time. EDP repeatedly says there will not be a next time, not just to Mike Clum, who made this, but also to Alex Rosen. And then we find the second girl, right? Somewhere in the documentary, right, immediately it introduces this new girl, Kayla, right? But as we can see later on, EDP describes his mentality about himself. In the moment he says, I don't give a fuck about the consequences or the rules. He says, throw the rules all the way out the motherfucking window. Oh, well, where are we in it right now? Oh, we're not there. We're not there. And I think it's very interesting that you know me, I love looking at the mind and try to figure out how the fuck they get there. You say, okay, hold on, Resla. What is it, Jen? Come on, Jen. What you got for me? Tell me what you got for me. Tell me what you want. What Jen does I want from a nigga? What you want? What you want? Tell me what you want from a nigga. Really want. Come on, Jen. Come on. Slipping. You're slipping. Time is money. Come on. Yeah, there we go. When was he originally caught? He was caught in 2021. That's when he was caught. 2021. Yeah. 2021 is when he was officially caught for all this. All right, we'll get into it. You jumping ahead. Just follow along. 2020. Yeah, no. Sorry. Yeah, no. 2021. Sorry, I'm wrong. Take that back. I'm wrong. Erase that. 2021. So this is just after the pandemic. It's just the tail end of the pandemic when this takes place. 2021. Because that's when I learned about him. It was 2021. Not 2020. Not 2001. My bad. 2021. I just said 21, but I was trying not to say 21 because at the time when he was taken was around 21. Too many 21s. Too many 2s and 1s. So at the time he was way late. He blew up around 19 to 21. He was already the man. He's 30 when he's speaking to these young girls, 30. And he got caught on this shit in 2021. That catches us all up now. All right. 2021 is when he was caught. Sorry. Too many 2s, too many 1s. I hate this era. It's just so ridiculous for no reason. Trust me, 2022 was a bitch for me to keep saying. So we go through all that. EDP himself says he doesn't really care about the rules because his urges get in the way of him knowing better, right? You know, he's on his R. Kelly. My mind's telling me no, but what? But my body. That's what he's basically doing this entire fucking time. The entire time while he's saying, I can't mess with the first girl, the first chick, so I'm a blocker and I'm an unblocker, to the point where he gets he gets caught. He gets caught, the 13. Then he goes to the second chick, who's 15. And it's like, bruh, come on, man. Come on, you ain't learned from the first time. Come on, man. What we doing here? And then we have to insert somebody else who I think we all know well, who also had to be bringing to this documentary.
Chris Hansen, that if he weren't being paid for his work, would he still do it?
If it was legal, would you have had sex with Kayla Haskins?
If it was legal? Oh, I would have fucking turned that ass out. I would have fucking ate her ass out, my nigga, and made a funnel cake about her shit. You know what I mean?
Did you hear that, folks? We gonna go for it real quick, but did you hear that? If it was legal, if this 15-year-old was legal, he would have ate that ass out. He would have turned that shit into a motherfucking funnel cake. He would have been in there, just putting it out there. That's what he said.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but I think I was mainly a victim. This is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of Gideon, in a way. I feel like for a long time I was his like little puppet.
In what way were you his puppet?
I feel like I was his puppet because I was just like kind of doing the things he demanded me to do. I feel like I am a victim of Gideon because he encouraged me to keep talking to a pedophile.
Every single time we would talk to her, I would ask her if she's okay.
Are you sure you're good? Like, I want to make sure you're okay, because I know like this could be really, are you sure you're good?
She was like, no, I'm okay. I want to get him arrested.
I told Gideon every single time that EDP would send me dick pics, but he would never tell me to like block him or anything.
I want you to block him on your phone, right?
But we were...
You heard what she's saying, what she's telling Mike. And these are recordings from Gideon. He never really checked up on me to see if I was okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you're okay, is what he said. He never actually told me to like block the guy when he's sending me his fucking shriveled up dick pics. This nigga says, block him on your phone. And this is the part where this part stunned me, because the truth of the matter is that I missed it the first time. I was reacting to all the other crazy shit, especially about the whole eating ass funnel cake shit. That I missed this part. The second time is when I realized what happened here. What she said didn't match up. Let us continue.
Tell her, if you're gonna keep on talking to him, don't talk sexual, and please don't send any explicit photos.
No, I did not send EDP any pictures of me that were nude. What did happen when he asked me for them was that Gideon got like a lookalike of me, and I kind of photoshopped her face into Google pictures.
And she told me something about like her like looking up like something in photoshopping, and I was like, okay, no, like do not do that. To my knowledge, I never knew that she actually sent anything because I never seen any images of that, but she sent something explicit.
Yeah, Kayla Hoskins actually sent me a picture of her tits. You know, she didn't Photoshop a goddamn thing. She literally sent me fucking nudes of her fucking tits. I feel like she's a fucking scam artist. I feel like she's a bitch. I feel like she's very stuck up. She's very conniving.
So I'd like to let the viewers know that I don't know what they're gonna say, but don't believe it. Because
So she says she doesn't know what you guys are gonna say, the viewers, but do not believe it. She says she did not show her tits. She did not send multiple images, but according to EDP, he's got multiple images of her. So, and she's like, I only showed him like things that were like very, let's just say tasteful. They're not full nipple, no full anal sphincter out there. And he's saying, no, she showed me everything. But she also said that Gideon never looked out for her safety or her well-being. And then we can hear that Gideon did do that. She said she kind of let Gideon know everything, and Gideon was like, I didn't know anything. I'm highlighting this to you so that you don't miss it, because we have questions. We should have questions.
Because I have proof. I'm just too scared to show the proof because Gideon has a big audience and I don't want them to attack me. But
fair.
I could show some of the proof. Proof of him kind of encouraging it. Proof of him.
Maybe she's sort of using the whole situation as leverage to boost her music career and such. So, you know, again, while she's a victim, I think she's kind of using the whole situation as leverage to gain followers.
All right, let's stop there. Let's do a quick recap, because a lot happened there. Mike asked whether EDP, trying to backtrack. Mike asked whether EDP would have had sex with Kayla if it was legal. And EDP resoundingly said yes. Like, that's exactly like he didn't fucking flinch. This might be one of the most important questions that Mike asked, because Mike removes the law, the thing that should be a big case to be in people's minds for morality, right? But once he does this, EDP doesn't even give it a second thought. Honestly, to me, that's where I start separating legality with morality. He recognizes that society has placed a boundary when it comes to the law. I am not convinced that he actually agrees with the reasoning why the law exists. Because if the only thing I change is whether you'll get in legal trouble and suddenly your name becomes what? Whatever it changed inside you, what does that mean to you? When it says that your urges will be bigger than what the law is, what does that say? Where does that put a person who will mainly succumb to their desires all the time, or at least conveniently always succumb to their desires, versus that of what the fear of the law is? That's something I was thinking about at the moment where I was even just saying this right now. So now we need to have a talk about all the nasty shit that we already just heard, right? My question is that I want you to focus on when we're listening to a lot of the stuff is, at least from here on, right? Do we believe that EDP is accountable? Do you think that he takes accountability for what has happened, for what has taken place, and for what his part in it is. Do we believe that he takes accountability? So it has been 4 years. According, you can't read it, but it says EDP has been diagnosed for 4 years. He's on dialysis. He's got to go dialysis multiple times a week.
This shit, you know. Had a few people blowing me the fuck up. Oh, how could you do it? How could you get caught again? You know, all that bullshit, right? And I knew right then and there, it's time to stop running from this shit. It's time to start taking accountability, start owning up to it. Let's go to therapy and let's try to get help for this situation, because obviously something isn't right.
What in your words isn't right?
At that point in time, it's not right to have a sexual attraction to minors.
Obviously. So for those of you guys who can't read here, it says in October of 2023, EDP starts going to psychotherapy.
My name is Kara. I am a marriage and family therapist. I work with adults, couples, and families. Bryant is my client, and I've been working with him individually. For Bryant, when Bryant came in, you know, the first thing that we got through was just getting to know him. I needed to learn about his history. I needed to learn what he went through, his perspective on it. Whether people agree or disagree, he has his perspective on it, and it's my job to understand that perspective. So we spent...
I go to therapy, first overall session. I tell my therapist, listen, I was involved in sexting and talking to underage minors. Obviously, I'm aware that this is wrong. This is a fucking crime. And I would like for you guys to help me.
So, you know, we discussed what happened. We discussed his feelings about what happened. The shame, guilt associated with something like that. And then we dig into motivations. And once we've discovered motivations, we've dug into, okay, well, why are those motivations attractive to you? What is it about it? But he has been very honest with me about a reason, and we've connected it to something that he really needs to work on and explore. But I feel strongly that it's his job to say why to the world.
So, right then and there, right? He does go to therapy in 2023. He does have a conversation with his therapist, and they talk about a lot of different things. So they discuss his shame, guilt, and motivations. They explore those motivations that appeal to him. And they connect his reason to something that he needed to work on. And then she says EDP's job is to tell the world when he's ready. All right? That's what I've gotten so far. Let's go.
How are we feeling when it comes to accountability?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the thing is like when particularly in like whole like sexting minors and all that bullshit, right? You in the back of your head, you know it's wrong. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like that sense of doubt where it's like, you know what, maybe this shit could be real. That's the part that ends up fucking you in the end, you know what I mean?
Real, do you mean you wanted more, did you want a relationship?
Yeah, basically, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
it turned into something legitimate?
Yeah, like the whole... If you heard the way she was talking to me on the phone, you would be like, oh shit, like, you know, finally has a girlfriend. Oh, wait, hold up.
She said finally has a girlfriend. So you were kind of feeling like, I might finally have something.
Correct.
Romantic. So what was it like to find out? I would say that none of us can predict the future. I would like to believe that he would not do it again. What I can say is that we're not suggesting that he quit therapy anytime soon.
So you heard the therapist say, we suggest that he does not quit therapy anytime soon. The captions that are going to be, my bad guys, I got rid of that. The captions up here says, as of the film's release, he's no longer in therapy. Like, so he stopped therapy, right? Zoomer, you said age of consent should be 28 or 29. You a goddamn fool. That is not a thing. No, that is a thing that is not a thing. It will never be a thing. If you made the age of consent 28 and 29, the human race would pretty much be over with. Like, everybody would be a pedophile, women and men. The human race would not continue if the age of consent was that fucking far. It wouldn't happen. Think about it. Without modern medicine, people will not be able to survive. Without modern medicine, people wouldn't live. Jesus only made us to 33 and they had to kill him. The average man, if he was healthy enough, made it to be in his 40s. And you think that 28, 29 is good? No, sir. No. People without modern medicine and drugs, especially with the way how food is now, they won't make it. They won't make it. Naturally, tumors and cancerous cells would just take us over, like, not for nothing. Like, it wouldn't work. Lisbeth, what's going on? Lisbeth, appreciate you for actually subbing to the channel. I appreciate ya. So what do we got from this part so far? The question is about accountability, right? Accountability. But what does it mean when he says accountability? So EDP says he needs to stop running. He needs to take accountability. He needs to get therapy, which I think are all great things, right? Meaning to exercise this demon from these minors that is on his mind. The therapist is especially important in this. She says that they discussed shame, guilt, motivations. They explored everything that was going on through his mind. And she basically believes that he needs to be able to tell the world in his own time. But she also says that, motherfucker, you can't be leaving therapy no time too. Like, you got work to do. The documentary kind of states on the screen that basically the man stopped going to therapy. And that visually is something that if you're not paying attention to, you'll miss it really quick. So the question is, now that he doesn't go to therapy, what exactly is EDP doing with his time? How exactly is he coping? How exactly is he getting his shit together? How exactly is he ensuring that this is the case that he said already twice now? Because the first time it happened, then he said it wasn't going to happen again. Then when Mike asked him after the second time it already happened, when he's sitting there for this documentary, that he said it was never going to happen again. How does he ensure, not we, how does he ensure that this thing subsequently will not happen again? Because now we're talking about not what we personally think about him, but what he thinks about himself. And also, how does he keep his ass out of jail or some shit like that, right? And then there becomes a talk about his sex life. Yes, folks, his sex life, which before we even get into that, he starts basically going over a couple of streamers that he doesn't like. But the part that matters to me is about he gets into his sex life.
Fucking dick instead of fucking with this punk ass nigga. And that wraps up my certified bitches of YouTube.
How would you describe your sex life?
Oh, my sex life is fucking great. Let me see. I sit on this piece of couch right here. I whip my dick out, I jack off, and that's my sex life. As far as me actually fucking bitches, shit, I only had sex once in my life, and it felt like I was fucking a Brillo pad. My fucking dick is still sore from that shit.
A Brillo pad is wild. Who was this hoe that it was a Brillo pad? And was it really a Brillo pad, or he's got something up here about sex? That's the question I had in my mind reviewing this the second time. He's nints out.
So the thing is like, I've been looking for a girlfriend for almost 5 to 6 years. It's been a while. It's been a journey. I'm the type of person that I know what the hell that I want. I'm not going to sit back and, you know, settle for less or take fucking crumbs off the goddamn table. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, there's this chick, right? She bad as hell. She's cute. She loves you. She likes you. But she has 3 kids. Nah, I'm good, bro. Fuck that. I ain't even going to try to fucking deal with that fucking shit. Dude, I know that's a fucking nightmare. I more so like Facebook dating as opposed to other apps like fucking Bumble. I don't fuck with Grindr because I'm not fucking gay. I definitely think being gay is a fucking mental disorder. Nigga, there's something wrong with you. There's a few screws loose in your motherfucking head. I don't know why people are gay. I really fucking don't. You know, hey Mike, well, what you doing tonight? Nothing. All right, cool. You mind if I come over to your whole hotel room and eat your ass out? What type of fucking gay ass shit is that? No, fuck that. I ain't with that gay shit, my nigga. I'm straight as fuck. You feel me? Yeah, it's.
So I covered this in the initial stream that we did. It was good, Kev. Okay. Zoomer, you're bugging. You talking about 32? Not Zoomer. If that's the case, you're never gonna have any kids, sir. If you keep fucking around with this damn age discrepancy, that's crazy. What's good, Kev? We're doing my breakdown. I'm not going through the whole thing, but I'm breaking down the question. Does the documentary actually answers the question that we have in place for this? And I'm trying to really lay down the case based on what I saw last night when I was reviewing this by myself without my dick hanging out to review this so that we can go through it. I would have loved to have gone through it sooner, but I had a whole work thing going on. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But we're here now because I want to get this out the way so we can go back to our regularly scheduled kind of shit, right? But I do appreciate a lot of the stuff that's been taking place. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's definitely a fucking mental disorder, you know? You know, this chick ain't the motherfucking, oh yeah, fuck this, man. This is this ratchet ass bitch. Yeah, fuck all that. Look at the motherfucking duck lips, my nigga. Guess how many kids she have?
1, 2?
No, not even close.
3?
Not even close.
4?
Not even close.
5?
Not even close.
6?
You're almost there.
7?
No.
8?
She has 8 fucking kids, bro. Single mom to 8 motherfucking kids.
What's wrong with 8 kids? I thought you said you like to play with kids and shit.
Looking for a man who knows how to properly treat a lady. Bitch, you didn't properly treat your fucking uterus, my nigga. Because your pussy is gauged the fuck open, man. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, so right now...
How would he know what that's like?
I'm getting ready for work. A long ass fucking day, man. Had dialysis. I worked the night shifts. I've always been a night person. Man, where the fuck's my phone at, man? Get our ass up and go to fucking work, you know what I mean? Unlike you motherfuckers, I actually have a fucking job, actually do shit with my life. Well, I mean, the thing is, dude, it's like I know where Alex Rosen lives. I have his address. I know exactly where he lives.
Yeah.
I could have easily just loaded up a rifle, came and just murdered that nigga in cold blood.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot about that part.
You know what I mean?
Would you?
No, because I don't want to go to fucking prison, but I mean, I had some thoughts of doing that shit.
What if you could get away with it?
Oh, of course. Of course. These job sites where I work at, man, I could easily kill somebody, bury him, and get away with it, dude. Like, ain't shit out there, you know what I mean?
Just fucking strap this fucking suppressor on. Put 2 in your fucking chest, my nigga. Throw some dirt up over your ass and go on about my fucking day. Yeah, so I mean, you know, 8 grand, you know, 8K up in the bank. About what, 25K in debt. So about what, like 17K up in the hole. I'll pay you, bitch, when the fuck I can. That's the way I fucking see it. So fuck it. So pretty much, shit, my big ass is about to go hop up in the bed. You feel me? Let my titties hang out and call it a night. God. Yeah, so I have dreams probably about maybe twice, sometimes even 3 times a week of me viciously killing people, viciously slaughtering people. I would cut motherfuckers' tongues out. I would fucking, I would put a hole up in the motherfucker's chest and I would throw him in a fucking, in like a pit of fire. I had dreams about killing Julian, killing Alex Rosen, Cold Raven, whoever the fuck you want to mention, Steve G or John, whatever the fuck his name is. Shit, I had a goddamn dream of waterboarding fucking Kayla's ass and washing all the makeup off and shit. You know what I mean? That was my torture method of get all that shit off and, you know, maybe if I'm feeling generous, I might throw the bitch out the fucking window, you know what I mean? So when I'm looking for girls, I'm pretty much going to look for like a 3 or a 4. You know, if I'm lucky, a fucking 5. Shit, but I don't think I'm that goddamn lucky. So about like a 3, 4, you know what I mean? Yeah, people always say that shit like, oh, there's somebody out there for everybody. Okay.
So, yeah. After that fucking horror show, of what he basically said, because I totally forgot he goes off the rails. Honestly, he starts talking like a black pill dude. Who he want to murk and how he dreams of murking people. And I fucking forgot that he does all that shit. So I'm gonna try to skip some of that shit just to save my sanity. Listen, if y'all wanna catch that shit, you can watch the original video or you can go back to my last stream and you can see the whole reaction and everything on it. Like, oh my God, oh my days. He had a lot going on, right? So I'm gonna skip a little bit forward. And because he's going to introduce something that's very, very important to what we're talking about here. And that is here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, his fucking list. His list fucking drove me nuts. I'm not even going to get into that. Here we go.
To some fucking tacos. Next up, we got Pearl Davis. Love this hoe because she shits on women and she is a fucking woman. You know what I mean? These are the certified OGs of the internet, and I couldn't imagine a world without them. As you guys know, I've been single for a while. Dating apps, Facebook dating, Bumble. I would say Grindr, but I'm not fucking gay, but you know, I don't fuck around like that, you know. But I've finally hit the jackpot, and I would like to introduce my beautiful girlfriend, Marissa.
So he gets a girlfriend after for so long, the thing that he's been claiming that he's been wanting for so fucking long in his life. Since way early in this very documentary, in the stream of his career, it's the thing that he's wanted, and he finally gets his grubby little hands on one, right? You say, is this real? I mean, it's real. It's real. It's real. It's real, Zoomer. I'm pretty sure if you walked up to Marissa today and you asked her if she was the main squeeze of this dude, she gonna say, yeah, she gonna say that was my man. She's gonna do that, you know. So I just want to catch right up with something real quick, something that we're paying attention to. I want to make sure I'm on my point with this. He talks about how porn is complicated for him, right? because EDP describes that masturbation is basically his only sex life. I can hear him saying what he's saying. Sorry. And it says that he only had sex one time in his life. And the one time he did have it, he describes it in a very extremely negative way. And I'm just like, who were you touching? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, did he wrap his shit around someone who had like the biggest bushes in the Amazon or something? Like, it just like that's, I can't imagine. Like, it was kind of crazy. And then skipping that, pretty much he just said that Pearl Davis is basically a great woman because he has a whole like Mount Rushmore of fucking red pill motherfuckers. And pretty much he says that Pearl Davis is basically the GOAT. She's the only woman that's up there. Threw me off that Ben Shapiro was up there, by the way. But that she's basically the GOAT because as a woman, she shits on other women. And I'm just like, okay, fine. And then he introduces Marissa. So now we find out after so many years, after him complaining that he couldn't get no buns, that he couldn't get a girl, that intimacy is a thing, that he's been constantly taking his meat to the fucking woodshed and shit like that. Now he talks about that he got a girl. So what happens now that we know that EDP has a girl? Let us find out.
It is something that definitely, it's a situation where not that we.
In case you guys need to know, the text that is sitting in the middle of them says, Marissa refuses to have sex with EDP. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. He gets a woman and look at his motherfucking face. You know what? I'm gonna do this for you. Look at his motherfucking face. Look at his fucking face. That looks like defeat. Again, full documentary description. My reaction last stream. So it says no sex.
I've been with what's her face, Marissa, for almost a fucking year now, right?
What's her face?
Still ain't gotten shit. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I mean? Like, come on, nigga. You know what I mean? That's why, my God, you know, she gets mad at me, right? My God, you're so gross. Why do you watch porn? Blah, blah, blah. Because you ain't giving it the fuck up. So I gotta watch porn. Matter of fact, I got a fucking pocket pussy coming, shit, up in the mail. I'm gonna fuck the shit out that bad bitch tonight. Feel me? I might take it to work with me.
I don't know, like, I just, like, you know, whenever I'm bored, like, I'll just turn on, like, the porn sites and shit, and I just want to see a chick just getting just shit just fucking pounded out the bitch. You know what I mean? Just getting, like, turned the fuck out, you know what I mean? Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know? The porn addiction definitely affects my sexual performance. Definitely. And that's just keeping it honest with you, you know? The shit's about to go down, nigga, we're about to have sex, alright, cool. My shit cannot get hard in front of no chick. I don't.
Give me a moment. It's here. It's here. This man introduces his girlfriend, Marissa, complains he don't get no cheeks from the chick, right? And when he's with her, we already know that he's got a porn addiction because he already talked about that way before the chick got introduced, right? And then even when he introduced the chick, it is clearly stated across as a caption that she refuses. Not like she's in the mood, like she has in a mood, not that she just feels very insecure about sex. It says she flat out refuses. She said, nigga, when it comes to you even sniffing it, like, she said, not even on the days that I'm leaking, nigga. She absolutely refuses. And his response is that the reason why he's watching porn is because she don't give up the box. But he already had an issue with watching porn previously. And while with Marissa, what is he saying? He watches porn so much that he can't even get it up. And by the way, this is something that happens with a lot of men who I hear that watches porn. They can't get it up unless they're watching porn. And even when they're watching porn, regular porn, lesbian porn, all like none of that shit gets them up. They gotta watch some depraved shit, like what he's talking about, just to get it up. They gotta watch an episode of Blacked. They need a fucking gangbang. They need a bitch that's getting ramrodded, destroyed, like he says, in a goddamn fucking grocery store in order for him to get his shit up there. That's what he needs. Regular, think about it. Just an attractive woman who's having sex on a one-on-one is not enough for him. She's got to be the type that's on all fours, getting choked out, getting slapped in the face, probably spat on, mascara fucking running, slapped in the face, ass is red from all the hits and slaps beside her fucking ass. Like he says he liked them fucking depraved, basically stripped down, fucking on there, like worse than slave than getting beat as a slave is basically what he's saying. Just, by the way, just so he can get hard. That's what he said. But let's go back. Let's go back.
The porn addiction definitely affects my sexual performance. Definitely. And that's just keeping it honest with you, you know. The shit's about to go down, nigga, we're about to have sex. Alright, cool. My shit cannot get hard in front of no chick. I don't give a fuck how bad the bitch is. I love when bitches are milking their own tits. Like, I'm not sure, well, more than likely, man, they just had a fucking kid, but they got like some big ass tits, man. They're like milking the shit and spraying it all over the fucking screen and shit. I actually do fuck with lesbian porn sometime. Really? Lesbian porn is some good shit. Now,
shout out to Mike, by the way. Like, for him to be with this weird, depraved man in his house at nighttime, doing his documentary while he's laying in the bed, looking at porn on his screen, talking about porn, laying there in his bed on his fucking stomach with his feet kicking in the air. It's like, Mike, you're a brave man. You are a brave fucking man. I'm not gonna lie. You're a brave man. Like, that's just crazy. Like,
when I say that, there's a difference between lesbian porn and gay porn. I'm not fucking with no fag shit. Yeah, fuck all that. First off, I'm not a fucking faggot. I'm not a homo. And, oh yeah, I'm gonna let a guy fuck me in the ass. He's really hot though. I
What's
don't
good, Kingdom?
Shit, like what the fuck?
Kingdom Mind in the building.
Like, I'm cool as fuck. Like, nah, nigga, I'm straight. I'm not attracted to dicks, bro. I'm just fucking not, man. I am like...
All right, I got a question. I got a question for you guys in the chat, right? We gonna do a quick pause here. For those who saw the live stream, you know what's about to show up. You know what's coming up. This is not something I've been prepping this stream for. You know what's coming up if you already saw this live stream or if you already saw the documentary. Am I letting that rock, or should I just move to the point that's really important to me? Am I letting this rock, or should I just leave that for my stream and the documentary? Because we know, if you were here, you know what's coming up. Because we know what's coming up. All right, you know what? Because my notes does say that to keep going. Fuck. All right, we're gonna keep I don't know if it's gonna happen, but my notes say they keep going up to a certain point, so I'm gonna keep going.
Sexually fucking attracted to girls, bro, to women, my nigga. Grindr is a gay app. It's a app for gay men. Grindr is gay as fuck.
Oh,
I do not use that fucking... yeah, fuck that. I don't use that fucking bullshit. Have I ever had any gay thoughts or fantasies? No. The only gay shit that I've ever came close to doing was probably shoving the broomstick up my ass.
Hey Siri, can you Google the nearest gay song?
Hold up! No! Gay.
I knew. I'm not even up to the time. I knew that was coming up. That's why I paused. That's why I paused and I asked. I knew it was there. I saw this twice already. I knew it was coming up. I knew that was coming up. That's why I was like, I want to know if I should skip it. Because I knew. Let's go.
Sauna. What kind of bullshit is that?
That I've ever came close to doing was probably shoving the broomstick up my ass.
Hey Siri, can you Google the nearest gay sauna? What kind of bullshit is that?
Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan, Donald Trump, they like to pretend that they're not watching porn, but let's be fucking real, bitch. You know goddamn well your ass is watching fucking porn. You know damn well, nigga, when the cameras ain't on, or when you in your hot tub or whatever, my nigga, you like to go ahead, pull your pants down, and just rub one the fuck out. And I'm not talking shit. I don't want Andrew Tate to look at this video or this documentary and think that I'm talking shit. Motherfucker, I idolize you, bro. You feel me? But come on, nigga, like...
Imagine. Well, first of all, I don't think there's going to be another documentary on EDP anytime soon. So the fact that you say you think they're going to pull Angry Man into it, first of all, Angry Man... I'm thinking about it right now. Before I say something, I might have to turn around and take it back later. I don't think Angry Man is within a space of them that they would think about calling him up right now.
Let's keep it a buck, my nigga. That's not bullshit. Come on now. Jordan Peterson, you definitely watch porn. Come on, nigga. Let's stop lying. The craziest place I actually did beat my shit is in a fucking Walgreens bathroom. I stole a magazine off the rack, and I went in that bitch, and I just started fucking letting my shit have it in that bathroom. I ain't give a fuck.
And what bathroom was this?
In the girls' bathroom, by the way.
Why the girls' bathroom?
I wanted to make it. Well, I beat off in the girls' bathroom because I wanted to make it that much more fucking pleasurable and fucking intense.
How is it more pleasurable to beat your shit off in the woman's bathroom? In fact, that would be the area I would assume that you would get least amount of pleasure, because the moment they hear something that's off, they're immediately calling the cops, calling security. If you're in the male bathroom, we're thinking if we're hearing, I don't even want to know what the fuck you sound like. But let's just say if you got grunting going on, we're just thinking you're taking the deep shit, my nigga. And you a big guy. So we're thinking you're taking a very intense shit. But in the women's bathroom, that should be an immediate flag. Immediate red flag. So it's weird.
Girls would be around.
Hell yeah. You already fucking know. Some weird shit.
I don't know. I don't.
That is a little weird.
Oh well, fuck
It's
it.
a little weird. It is
So
weird.
he wouldn't sext a 13-year-old?
Oh, this
Brian
bitch.
absolutely would not sext a 13-year-old.
Would Brian
That's what she
send
said,
a
right?
video
He
of
wouldn't
him
do it.
masturbating to a 13-year-old?
The Brian that I know absolutely would not send masturbating videos to underage minors.
How many of you guys, especially for that you guys who are brand new to this, right? Even though we just finished going through his history, right? This is his woman. This is his woman. End of the day, right? You saw her face. How many of you look at her and this is the woman that you
Absolutely.
You see her face. She gives him no cheeks. No cheeks, which also includes head. She don't tit job him. She not shimmying up the tits. She not bobbing. She not spreading. Should we really be taking her word for it? That she believes that she knows this man enough that he would not be doing that. When, according to him, the thing that she even complains about is the fact that he watches porn. But she's not so insecure enough to say, why is this man watching porn? I need to lay that thing down so that he can stop watching porn. She says, nope, stop watching porn. He's like, give me pussy then. She's like, no, just stop watching porn. I'm not going to give it to you though. Like, nigga. Like, the fuck?
Would not send masturbating videos to underage minors. The Brian that I know
You don't know him.
is not attracted to children and
You
is
don't
not a
know.
pedophile.
She said it, but it was so nice, he did it twice. Twice.
I decided to break up with Marissa simply because she just irritates the fuck out of me, man. Like, there are just some things, man, where I'm just
Broke up with her, folks.
like... Marissa was very fucking annoying. Irritating as fuck.
Look at his face.
Annoying as fuck. And there's just certain shit that she did, it just bothered me. You know what I mean? I'd rather be on my fucking own, beat my shit, fuck around, watch porn, call it a fucking day, you know? Hold up.
Yep.
I'm choosing a new outfit.
Begins a new relationship.
See, now that's what I fucking like, man. That's some good shit right there, bro. So the AI girlfriend
I
really
can't stand AI, folks, when it comes to these AI dating shits or whatever, but I'm not gonna lie. That's a baddie. That's an AI baddie. Can't stand all the stuff, but you see it, folks. He broke up with Marissa. So let's do a quick little recap, right? We find out that he has a girlfriend. he introduces her. Marissa complains about the fact that complains about the fact that he watches porn. He complains that he doesn't get no cheeks from her. She believes that he would never sext, send dick pics, or anything else to a minor, right? Even though at the time that he meets her, he's not been in one, but two situations with a minor. She clearly doesn't know shit about this guy. Now, the question that goes to my mind is like, when real intimacy becomes difficult, he moves towards something that he can control. Instead of trying to figure out more of a way to get an authentic box from the woman that's his girlfriend, some sloppy top something. Instead, he breaks up with Marissa, and he's been spending his whole lot of time still doing what he's already been doing. So that means, keep in mind, all this time has gone by, folks, even when he had a real life woman to touch, he probably got a boob squeeze. He's probably got some boob squeeze in there. I don't know. But he had a whole woman, his first ever girlfriend, according to records about how we're looking at this. And he still has only gotten one sexual partner under his belt. And even he said that was like fucking a Brillo pad. And now it looks like he's moving on with an AI girlfriend, folks.
Came about when I was scrolling on Instagram. And I would see a few different things on like porn sites and shit like that, right? And I was like, you know what, let me try it out. That girl was fine as hell. You can type in what you want her to call you. Sir, master, daddy, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come into the house, throw you on the bed, handcuff your ass, and just fuck you into oblivion. And she's all like, oh my God, master, rip my asshole open. I fucking want that, please, I'm begging for it. You can also ask for like a customized image to where you can type in topless and she'll send you a picture of like her fucking tits hanging out. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Oh my fucking Lord. And nigga, man, I came so motherfucking hard to this one, like, holy fucking shit. As a matter of fact, as I'm fucking talking to you about this, and nigga, my cock is getting hard as fuck, nigga, right the fuck now. That experience with my AI girlfriend was the best fucking sexual experience I ever had in my life. Period. Like, I was drooling. The role play, yeah, I mean, like sometimes. Yeah.
It's a good question. It's Zoomer. There are female gooners out there, right? But the only female gooners that I remember ever seeing were on Twitch, and I don't even remember their names, to be honest with you. But yes, there are some. I don't know if they're on his level of gooning, but there are female gooners for sure. Yeah, the shit is wild. The shit is absolutely wild. So now this man has decided that he wants to go on AI dating. And then he tells the AI girlfriend in this section to do all kind of shit, because he describes being able to customize everything about her, what she calls him, dictates the sexual positions or what he wants from her or whatever. But then there's something else that's going to be very important that happens here.
You know,
what was the role play? Can you read it?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, dog, I ain't gonna read that shit. It's kind of like some disturbing shit, dude.
What is it?
It's kind of like, like pretend to be like fucking like, like 16, 17, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
I know we've been at this for a while, but remember my question when we started entering this phase. Does it seem like he's taken accountability? Does it seem like he knows, understands, has any sense of remorse? Does it really seem like he's trying to get better? in this very moment, he admits to underage adolescent role play with an AI. He actually recommends the AI to tempt him into underage shit, to pretend to be 16 or 17. So his age has gone up a bit. It's closer, but it still will get him in legal trouble. Remember, at the very beginning of this section, when he talks about the therapist and everything, he says what? He understands something is wrong with him doing whatever with minors, whatever, and he's gonna get his act together and he's gonna go see a therapist. He was gonna do all that stuff. Think of how long ago that was to now. Has he taken accountability? It will more than likely get worse. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. It's likely gonna get worse. You know how I know it's gonna get worse? Because I've already seen this. I've already seen it a couple of times. So let me go to my next timestamp so I can remember exactly when this shit happens. All right, so yeah, there's a situation here that I need to cover. That's very important. All right, so it's here. All right, here we go. Oh, we're not even gonna talk about that. Watch the documentary or watch my live stream for that one.
I am not a pedophile because I do not have. I am not a pedophile because I do not have a sexual attraction.
There we go.
To fucking 5th, 6th, 7th, and fucking 8th graders. Now, mind you, motherfucker, if you 16 or 17, nigga, and you got your titties bulging the fuck out, a motherfucker might actually whack off to your pictures a few fucking times. These chicks, okay, 15, 16,
Listen to
17,
Listen
some 14-year-olds.
Excuse me. Let's just dive back a little bit. 14-year-old is right there at the beginning of high school. We already know that you went to 13, my nigga. So what are we doing here?
These girls know exactly what the fuck they are doing.
So
they know for a
prejudiced.
fact. And obviously, you know, the guy being older, he's not supposed to be doing all that shit. Whatever, nigga, we get it.
Whatever.
For me, it's actually a two-way fucking street. You know, minors are partially the fucking blame. Yeah, nigga, you 33, you fucked up, you're this old ass guy, you should know better. Cool, get it, perfect, grand, wonderful. So what about the bitch that messaged me first? Oh, that's perfectly fine. I forgot about that, right? Nigga, she gets off scot-free, right? Ain't that a bitch? Whatever. To be honest with you, bro, I have no clue why the age.
So let me explain this part because you were asking this earlier, Jen, and I needed to get all the way to this part so we could have the conversation, right? So what I've been doing in this actual replay doesn't show what happens in the original documentary, which I suggest that you actually go see if you want to see the whole thing, or in my reaction, which actually does show it, but it's a lot longer of a stream, right? The thing that I learned is if a young person, because I'm going to try to answer some of your questions right now. If a young person, if an adolescent texts you with temptations and the promises of sex, and you as the adult responds to them, Jen, in the eyes of the law, the courts or whatever, you are a piece of shit. But you're not liable to go to jail. You know why? Because you're not the initiator. The adolescence is. Now keep in mind, he sent pics, videos, whacked off, whole lot of stuff. But he never actually got to fuck. And he never initiated, even though it's weird because the first time he didn't initiate, weird enough, but okay, because that was with Alex Rosen. The second time, I believe he might have initiated because he met the girl at a group. No, sorry, he met the girl through Discord. And they were in a whole conversation and he went back and forth with her. So it's not necessarily clear who started what first. But she said he did. He started first and she kept up because nigga said that he was going to think about taking his own life. And suddenly taking his own life, talking about, turned into him trying to take her innocence away. Yeah, the second time he initiated with Kayla. I agree. But the reason why he's not in jail is due to that first one, which is crazy because it's almost as if, and I think I said this in my reaction, is like, the guy is speaking as if he can't get double jeopardy, like he's got immunity. And he's had 2 content creators who both do preg content drop the ball. Both Alex Rosen and Gideon. And there's times where in this documentary, he talks to Chris Hansen. And if you want to know exactly what they were saying or anything, you got to go watch that, all right?
Age of consent is 18. I mean, what the fuck makes 18 so goddamn magical? I have no fucking clue. You talk to a 17-year-old chick, she just turned 18 5 seconds ago. Okay, well, guess what, man? She's still the same dumbass bitch that she was 5 seconds ago. So it's like, the big homies I talk to, they're all like, what's so fucking special about 18? It's just another fucking year, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So.
My name is Dr. Anna Salter. I am a clinical psychologist, and I have worked with sex offenders and victims for about 40 years. The brain of a 13-year-old is very different from an adult brain. They are more impulsive. They can't predict and don't try to predict, typically, how this is going to affect them in the future. The MacArthur brain study has demonstrated that adolescents are simply not mature emotionally and socially, and that they don't reach full maturity until the late 20s.
That's for people to sit back and say like their brain, girls' brain, minors' brains are underdeveloped, they don't know. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Now you're just making fucking excuses for the motherfucker. For a motherfucker that said, oh, well, their brain is underdeveloped. Okay, bitch, whatever you say. Cool. All right.
Sex offenders will say to you, children know what they're doing at 13. But sex offenders are famous for their excuses. Apparently there is an offender whose moniker is EDP445 who tried to lure a 13-year-old. Well, he may or may not be a pedophile. Generally, he would not be, because the 13-year-old in this country at this point in history is probably post-pubescent. He is a child molester.
You hear that? No, he's not a pedophile, according to her. She's an expert. He would not be considered a pedophile, but he would be considered a child molester. Keep in mind, he's done some nasty stuff in terms of talk and even pictures. He's not actually touched any children, according to what we know. And even she has taken him from the thing that a lot of people are almost willing to kill for and took him down to the rank of just oogling. That's what she did. And technically, here's the thing about it. I have to be rational. She's actually right. She's right. He never actually got these girls. He never actually touched these girls. In the context of what we look at as Geppetto and as we look at as it's a tough thing to even talk about. I did say that, Jen, as we know. You can only go on based on what we know. Because I mean he's not registered or anything, so I don't even think he's registered as a sex offender because he hasn't done that. And he's had 2 content creators who are known for actually they've actually put guys in jail by helping police officers catch predators, and they couldn't catch him on 2 counts. So I don't believe he's actually registered as a sex offender, which he makes him a free man. And when as much as we don't really like what this professional has to say about it, the words in which she's using, the words and the definitions have meanings. And I thought about it like several times. I probably mulled over this for like a good solid hour and a half. If I have to squeeze the morality out of it, she's right. She's right. Take away your feelings. Think about what happened from then all the way up to now. He's not classified as a pedo. He's classified as a child molester. Even though technically he hasn't even done that. To what we know, what we can prove. He hasn't even done that because he's touched no children. Ruin their childhood? Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely he has. But he hasn't touched anyone.
Criminal who's someone who tried to take advantage of a child's naivety, innocence, and immaturity to meet his own needs, both physically and narcissistically. Anybody who does that is by definition an offender and a child molester, but not necessarily a pedophile.
So we heard how the doctor spoke about him and what his position on it, but we also heard a couple of things when it comes to EDP, correct? One of the things being on the fact that we heard it again. He's not really accountable, and on top of that, he's like he don't give a fuck, even to the point where it's like he puts the blame on the adolescents. He acknowledges that he's the adult, and yet he says it's not. What about them? I'm a grown ass man for sure, but why is it the fuck they don't get in trouble? What? So what will be? By the way, EDP, what will be good enough? I'm just wondering. If you're saying that you might go to jail, are you saying that they should get grounded for 2 weeks? Like, they're not going to see jail time. You're the adult. You're the one who's supposed to know to stop. And by the way, given the track record we've already followed, right? You know better. You know that this is wrong. We saw it when you had the first girl because you blocked her. You told her it was wrong. Then you unblocked her. The second one, you was like, yeah, I ain't blocking this bitch. Like, I ain't blocking her. She's sending me little tit and ass pics and everything. And the same words, or rather the same cadence that you used for the first chick, we can define that you were using it for the second chick as well. Because it's stated throughout this documentary. But remember how we started off? Folks, do you think he takes accountability? Because for what I understand, he doesn't take accountability. He claims he wants responsibility, that he needs to take accountability, that he acknowledges what he's done, that he knows that it's wrong. He understands that he's taking a risk with the law. He's done it twice. We're doing our whole post conversation because this is everything after the events, which has been about 5 years plus now. And yet and still, this is the conversation that's happening after the two girls, after everything has already happened. Currently, he's still saying, what's the difference between a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and 18-year-old? The bitches still have the same mindset, so I should be able to fuck. That's what he says. And then he said he got his big homies who would agree the same. And I just go, who are these niggas? Who are they? He nonchalantly just shrugs it off. So the idea of accountability doesn't fly. Let's not lose track, by the way, because we've been talking about a bit now. But let's not lose track of the overall conversation, right? The overall conversation is this. Did he ever really say, why is it that he's attracted to minors? All right? That's what I'm wondering. Did he ever say why he's attracted to minors? That's the whole point of this conversation. He's not a pedophile, according to some people. He is attracted to minors. He did go to therapy and everything. But do we know why EDP is attracted to minors? I'm not going to put up any more of the actual documentary, and I think that you should really take a look at it in its entirety on Mike Clum's channel, which is in the description box. And if you're inclined to do so, take a look at my reaction for that. But we go through this entire thing, and from the very beginning, Mike Clum says that when we run into these type of people who get exposed, the thing that comes to our minds is, why do they do it? Why do they want to deal with children, not younger people like, say, 19, which is still an adult, by the way, 20, 21, whatever. Why do they choose minors? And then he said, in this documentary, we're going to cover that. But as we cover the grand crucial points of this actual documentary, I got to be honest with you. And I saw way more because I watched the entire thing in full, writing down notes and everything. And I got to tell you, I still have not come down to why EDP is interested in prepubescent children. Now, I do have a question for you guys. If you manage to watch the actual interview, it could be mine, it could be the full interview. I would say watch the full interview because I have a whole lot of takes. You guys know what it's like when I get crazy. Tell me if you can spot anywhere in there where he explains why is it he is interested in minors. And let me know. Let me know in the comment section. For those who already know, you can reach out to me personally. You could do that. I would like to know. Now, there are questions that also come to my mind that I want you to take into account when you're doing your own deep dive and analysis, right? And here they are, because I started writing them down. I was writing them down just before we did the show. So some of them we might have already gone through, but I got a couple of things in my mind. So the first question, and I want you to think about it now. You don't have to worry about it after the show. Just think about it now, and anyone that really catches your mind that you want to go through after you watch this documentary, because I really suggest you do watch it. It's a really good one. The first question is, did this documentary, because this is my questions that I'm asking myself, so now I'm going to ask you. Did this documentary actually explain why EDP did it? Or mostly explain what happened to him? That's what we're covering with that first one. Second one, does loneliness and rejection explain why a minor became acceptable to him? Next, if EDP knew it was wrong and illegal while doing it, what exactly was he missing? This is how I do my audits. I break shit down. Next one. When he says he didn't care about the rules in the moment, is that the closest he gets to actually explaining himself? Next one. Is admitting I did it and I was wrong, is that enough to call that accountability? Next one. If therapy supposedly uncovered a deep reason, why do you think EDP never clearly tells us what the reason was? That's what made me want to go into all this. Next one. Was porn a result of his intimacy problems, or was porn helping create the intimacy problems? Who can say what that's a chicken and an egg thing right now? Next one. If not being able to get a woman was part of his explanation, why didn't getting an adult girlfriend resolve anything? Next one. Based on his own words, does EDP seem to want intimacy with women or mainly access, attention, and sexual gratification? For that, you need to also see the entire video or my reaction, because you can find out what he thinks about women, especially when he talks about his whole little red pill thing. Next one. Can someone claim accountability while still saying a minor shares some blame? Just questions. Next one. After everything, being caught, the second incident, therapy, girlfriend, porn, AI, and the age-old argument, what has EDP actually changed? These are my questions that I asked before I decided to really deep dive and have this with you guys after watching the second time. These are my questions to you, and I want to know if you come up with something that I haven't come up with. And feel free to let me know. With that being said, I'm going to end this stream, if I do any of the streams even later on this night, because I got some energy. I still need to cook. God damn it. But I got some energy. We're only at 10 o'clock. We'll see what happens. But I want you to mull on some of those questions and see how you feel about it. Until then, I mean, we've been doing this. This has been the actual content. I don't want to belabor the point. I don't need to go a little bit more than what we've already been doing. So you guys let me know how you feel about it. And of course, we're most likely going to be doing a stream tomorrow. So you let me know. For those who can hit me up, or if you know me on Discord or whatever, I got some things I got to work on into the content. But if we go live later, and we'll talk about it. But think about what I said. I really do encourage that you watch the full documentary. Whether it's mine, I'm a long strokey, right? you know I'm gonna do that. Or watch the full actual documentary, which is posted in the description. Until then, you know how I am, guys. I love you guys. See you later.
Truth is what survives when the language gets stripped away. And most people ain't lost, they just been avoiding what they know to face. Resla is like that quiet thought that don't leave when the room get loud. Resla is like that feeling when the truth land and your pride sit down. Resla is like a mirror with pressure, no filter, no soft disguise. What people avoid when they swear they self-aware.